Hmm. What's going on, y'all squad? Your boy Yaka Tees. This is your review for Real Housewives Ultimate Girls True Season 1, Episode 5. Really quickly, because I know y'all probably just like, why does his, voice sound distorted? Like, my mother had made some, well, y'all can't really see, but some turkey salad from the leftover turkey that she had. So I'm snacking on that. And I had to pause, because where are we? 16 minutes, well, 16 minutes, 21 seconds, but 16 minutes into because of a game that they're playing. So rather than really having to write a lot of that stuff down, I'm just going to like kind of do some click, 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 how I normally do with my reviews since I've been using this particular software. So we started this off with Ramona saying that she feels that Kenya says certain things, not necessarily to her, but says certain things to get a reaction out of her. Yeah, yeah, but you have a lot of people in general. There are a lot of people like that that will say certain things knowing that it's going to get a reaction out of you because you already exposed what that button is. But let's not forget that we're still shooting a reality show. And it has to be interesting. And Kenya understands the assignment. Again, Kenya be on some BS. I like Kenya. That is my doorbell. I'll be back. Okay, and I'm back. I don't know if y'all can see, but my mother gave me a piece of sweet potato pie. See, it's the green screen that hurts this, but whatever. Cream. I said cream cheese. Sweet potato pie. I'm just hit this right here. I'm thinking of cream cheese pound because I actually did two of those for Thanksgiving. Nevertheless, so it's day 5, episode 5, so it makes sense. And Kenya's having it going with the wind fabulous yacht party. Going with the wind, that's her thing. Or going with the wind fabulous, either or is her thing. One thing I want to point out is I'm loving the fact that Kenya is wearing very different, vibrant colors because get look, not everybody can pull it off, but most dark complected African American and Africans, we put on certain colors, it just makes the skin pop. The yellow, it pop. This green, it pop. Like it's, I enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You got paparazzi on a different boat. We're assuming they're paparazzi, but because there are people filming, I'm pretty sure we just like, oh, there's cameras and whatnot there. Hey, let's take pictures. Whatever. Ramona, a conversation is brought up because Ramona, in essence, is kind of saying like, "Oh, I'm not trying to treat you badly and whatnot," and they didn't really do the flashbacks because I guess it would tie in with her not knowing people's names. But Ramona tends to treat the staff badly. That's just up her alley. Ramona said that out of her mother has said out of all of her children, all of them, each and every last one of them were mistakes. And it's different ways you can interpret that, but you do have some people that feel that, and I think mistake is probably not the best word of choice. Now, her mother may have meant that, but it could have been that you weren't planned. I don't know. But again, saying that the kids were a mistake, I'm just like, whew, it's kind of heavy. The girls begin to talk over each other, and Kenya asks Melissa in particular, "Are you pulling a Ramona?" The whole "well, we've heard this before" type of thing, and then Cynthia gives her 2 cents, where it's just like this is kind of what happens. It comes with the territory, us talking over each other, but we need to give each other that type of respect. And then there is a bit of tension between her and Melissa because Melissa's just like, I've never known Cynthia to be this serious, but Cynthia has also said, and I think this was a dig at Melissa, I'm not one of those that just needs to be the center of attention. And honestly, that is Cynthia. But we have seen over the years that she will kind of put herself out there a little bit more because, you know, you have some people that they may not necessarily be the center of attention, but they kind of know how to command a scene. Cynthia doesn't always know how to do that. So she's kind of in the background. And you can't be in the background on shows such as this because you can easily become a friend of the show. So now there's this game that Kenya wants the girls to play, and it's pretty much it's shady comments that they've said on their respective shows, and they have to figure out, okay, well, who was the one that said it? I'm like, oh Lord, we all know where this is about to go. And this also kind of lets it is somewhat kind of lets people know who watches the other shows, but then there's also context. And unless it's one of those big moments, you probably don't know who said what. So the first comment was about someone reaching out to somebody's ex-boyfriend, I'm sorry, ex-girlfriend to get some dirt. That was Ramona doing that against Luann, but it was Luann that made the comment or did the commentary on it. And Ramona is saying like, well, I'm a girl's girl, this, that, and third. And Luann said at her confessional, is what she said wrong? No, but it's what she did wrong and the way in which she did it. Yes, very much so wrong. And Ramona makes a comment about, well, you slept with him the first night. And Luann got a little hot up on the collar. Like, what did you say? And Ramona's like, well, I don't know what I said, but I just said something. And that's one of those where Ramona's one of those people where I'm going to say something, but I won't stand in it. I don't like people like that. Because if you going to say some stuff, stand in it. I'm one of those where, don't ask me what I said. Because I'm not only going to tell you what I said, I'll probably going to put some extra on it just because I ain't ish. So things come down ever so slightly. Now you have Kyle kind of playing the position that Cynthia played, where okay, let me try to make this thing better. And she's talking to Ramona just like because pretty much she's just like Ramona will say this in her confessionals. Ramona will say something and then think it's not a big deal, even though it is, and then try to cover it up. She's like, oh, ha ha ha, and that's not the case. And part of it is because people have allowed her to get away with it. So she pretty much said something along the lines of, "Oh, well, I aspire to be like Luann, where I'm, to raise my sexuality, to just be free with it." And I said that King was like, "That is a crocker, you know what?" And now, and then Ramona said, "F you." Now and obviously King got upset. Some people would say, "Is along the same lines?" Not necessarily. Because Kenya was just saying, like, okay, what was said is a crock of, come on now. Come on now. And that was just a general, even though it's directed at her, it was a generalized comment. But then to turn around for Ramona to say, F you, that is directed completely at Kenya. Now, and Kenya was just like, who do you think you are? Now, you done called me the B word already. And now you saying F me now again for Kenya. Meh, because I'm one of those where I will probably still be in my fifis, but I'm not gonna read too much into it. But Kenya's also one of those where, for what it's worth, she really don't use sentence enhancers most of the times, even though she just did, but never really going towards somebody. Trust me when I say Kenya can battle with her words. But the fact that Ramona decides, oh, well, I'm just gonna say something directly towards you is just like, okay, well, you giving Kenya exactly what you want, or exactly what she want. Mm-mm. Okay, now I'm upset because I see exactly what is about to happen. I am not here for it. So they're going back and forth, and Ramona says, "Oh well," picks up her drink. Said, "I had too much tequila." Now Kenya grabs her drink, throws the drink away, pretty much lightly baptizes both Kyle and Ramona with her respective drink. And I believe she may have actually touched Ramona. I don't feel like I already rewinded like 2 times. I don't feel like doing the third time. But you have Kyle's like, okay, we're not going to touch anybody, and it's like, oh, how quickly you went from being cool with him to, oh, we're not going to touch anybody, and now you have Ramona low key because I only went just a few seconds past them coming back from the commercial. And what we not finna do is we not finna sit here and play. We not finna do this because again, I've watched New York, and it was that one season that they were at. I forget what the girl. I think it was Heather. Might have been Heather. Was there a Heather on New York? I don't fucking remember. It's been a while, but they were at a little woods type area. They were in the water. Somebody did something, and then what happened shortly after that is Ramona took her glass, popped it, and I believe it cut one of the girls. It was a sportsy girl, cut her in the mouth and whatnot. What we not finna do is y'all not finna sit here and paint Kenya out to be aggressive just because she might have touched her when Ramona physically used a glass and cut somebody in their damn mouth. That's what we not finna do. Not today, not on my watch, especially when I didn't watch the seasons. No, absolutely not. Now, I hope that I am still like on cue with everything because my doorbell rang again in the middle of watching. And it was my brother and his daughter, my niece. So, I had to go downstairs and, say what's happening, all that good jazz. But you have Kenya pretty much saying that Ramona has been rude to everybody. She, I believe, went to Luann and said she's been rude to you, right? Yes. Did she point it to Cynthia? Cynthia's like, well, I don't remember. And then she's like, okay, anyway. And we'll circle back to that. But just pretty much making the case that Ramona has been rude and disrespectful to pretty much everybody that's been there. And y'all let it go. I'm not going to be the one to do it. Now, I let one thing slide. I can't let too many more slide. And then Kenya calls this woman a peasant. I was like, you know what? And I had to ask around, like, which one is worse, being called a trick, the B word, or being called a peasant? Which one is worse? Everybody's saying a peasant, because I'm just like, who? Like, I'll be riding for Kenya again. I can't, tell somebody how to come at somebody. I was just like, dang, a peasant. Ah, made me think about Love Mary Huntsville. And Kenya had threatened to throw her off a boat, which, look, if we know about Kenya and the boat, she will threaten to throw you off a boat. This ain't the first time that didn't happen. But, Kenya's just like, you know what? I'm not going to let this continue to stress me out. And then she walks off. And then her and Cynthia get into a little spat because Cynthia and Kenya was just like, I wish you would have backed me up when I asked you if she did you dirty. And Cynthia's like, well, I don't remember. And there was a flashback where they were in the car. I think they had just got off the plane. And Cynthia was saying that she was talking and whatnot. And then Ramona kind of snapped at her and whatnot. So probably for Cynthia, it was minuscule, but it's proving a point. So I get it. I get it. Okay, so there's a lot of back and forth going on, so I want to try to get through this because it's a lot, and I really want to see 50 Cent come out. So Kyle coaches Ramona to apologize. Kenya's not having it. So when Ramona comes to apologize to both Luann and Kenya walks off because she doesn't want to hear it. And then you have Ramona trying to give an apology, and Luann is trying to talk to her. But what has happened is Ramona is over talking her and then also not accepting accountability for what it is that she did. So Ramona's not wrong. Luann is just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not doing this. Let me walk away. At this point, Ramona is isolated. They get on these little mini boats to go to the shore to do a TikTok video. Ramona is with production because Ken's just like, you're not riding with us. I holler. Teresa is going to be cooking that night. Ramona is in the kitchen drunk while Teresa is trying to do what Teresa does, and Teresa's better than me. Like, Teresa is very outspoken. I'm one of those where if you're not helping me while I am in the kitchen, you need to get the hell out the kitchen. And if you're in there helping me, you need to be on beat, doing things by the number, because if not, I'm going to become upset. Because for me, look, cooking is an art form, but it's also very intimate. And when I'm in the kitchen, I'm in a zone. I'm moving at a certain pace. Da 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 da. I don't need you in my way. I don't need you being distraction. And then you have Ramona just like, oh, could I have some of what you made? And then she's in essence gotta have making love to the food that she eating. Yeah. So Ramona is told by Michael, well, you need to hurry up and get upstairs to get your hair done. And Ramona's like, oh, well, she's supposed to be here at 6, but she's not here. But the glam is there. So then she goes upstairs to talk to the glam lady. And Ramona's saying, well, I'm not going to pay you because you weren't on time because you supposed to be here at this time and it's now 7:30. And she was like, no, I sent you a message. You didn't respond. Now, this is a person that is clearly drunk. She was like, I sent you a message. You didn't respond. So then Ramona's like, okay, well, let me check my phone. So now she has to search for her phone. Now she ends back up in the kitchen, pours herself another drink, and then sees her purse. Then she's like, oh, here's my phone. But we never go too deep into did she reply or not. Obviously, I don't believe that she replied. Cynthia is upset because the same person that is doing Ramona's glam was supposed to be doing her glam, and it was spaced off to where Ramona could have had her stuff done, and then Cynthia had hers, but that did not happen. So at the dinner, you have Cynthia apologizing to Teresa for being late because of the whole glam situation, and then Ramona is trying to say, so well, it's not my fault, and you can't blame me, and it was only 5 minutes, but good thing we have Bravo showing the timeline where no matter how you slice it, Ramona is wrong, and Ramona does not want to take responsibility or accountability for what it is that she did. Now, this is the moment where, yeah, I'm here for us getting a little bit of 50 Cent, but that is something that will also send me to a tizzy. Because in essence, that's borderline, not even borderline, that's gaslighting. Where you're telling somebody their reality is not their reality. And it's one thing to be like, you know what, I was drunk, da da da. But the issue was the reason that Cynthia's glam that was helping out Ramona was there because she wanted to get payment. Ramona thing is, well, we're here for 2 more days. That's not the point. And Cynthia's telling her, you know how this glam squad stuff go. All right, so let's wrap this up. So Luann wants to address something that Teresa said, because Teresa was going around, kind of saying good things about the ladies. Got to Luann and had said, she kind of feel that she doesn't have much of a backbone, or wish she can give her more of a backbone because of what she allows to happen between her and Ramona. So now Luann wants to address this, and I think part of me feels this is more of this is a time that I can have a moment. So let me have a moment. Because she was like, you don't know me enough to say that I'm a pushover. And Teresa's like, I didn't say that you were a pushover. I said you didn't have a backbone. Luann is like, okay, well, they're both pretty much the same thing, but you don't know me well enough for that. And Teresa's just like, I was just trying to have your back. And in this moment, though I don't see it for Teresa, I really do feel like Teresa really wasn't trying to, like, she was pretty much going around giving compliments and just said like, I like you. I feel that you, in that she was trying to say, I feel that you let Ramona get away with too much. Luann's whole thing is, in essence, I just let a lot of things go over my head because I don't want to give a lot of what Ramona says the energy, which you could say that, but okay, I don't know, whatever. Ramona then begins to make it about her, saying, because Cynthia had what she had to say. Now you have Luann saying her piece. So Ramona's just like, I feel like all of you are bored that you have to pick me to combat. Kenya gets up and leaves. Now initially I thought that she got up and left because, okay, I'm not going to sit here and eat when it's all this dysfunction at the table. But she didn't take a plate with her. So that's it. Because had it been me, I'm all about energy. I really am, and I can't do that. There have been times I've been at family function within the last year, and if the energy is crazy, I'll still be drinking. But there have been times that I wouldn't eat because the energy is off, and I'm not going to consume food with the energy being crazy because it's almost like I'm feeding that negative energy with this substance. But I'll still drink. But Kyle goes up there to bring Kenya back. And of course, this is what Kyle does, is to help further, push his story along and whatnot. But she even low key was somewhat siding with Ramona, which is like, okay, Kyle, you're playing a very dangerous game because you see nobody's really messing with Ramona. Do you really want to be on that island with her? Is that really what you want? And Cynthia tries, to clear things, and Ramona walks away. And this is before Kenya officially made it back to the table. Because Cynthia is just like, okay, you got the story mixed up, and it's clear that Ramona is drunk. And Ramona didn't want to deal with it. She didn't want to be in the hot water. And she goes with the staff. And the staff is just kind of looking at her like, girl, why are you here? Kenya gives her apology, and that's pretty much that on that episode. So that is it. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please join us on the Whether You Like It or Not panel on Scotty by Nature TV's channel tonight. And again, not only for tonight, but if you guys have any clips that you want us to put in the clip show so we all can just look back on this on season 2 of the Whether You Like It or Not panel and just have a good laugh and a good kiki, you can send it to any of the panel members, primarily Josiah World TV, but you can even send it to me and I can send it to him. And you don't even have to send us a clip. You can tell us which episode it was and give us the timestamp of before and after. and we can take it from there. Hopefully, we'll do it next week. If not, it'll be the week after because we have to also account for this week. So that's all that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys over there in a couple of hours. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.